Okay. So introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red and white trim, Ian, and I'm making it up as I go along now, Muhammad Ali! And his opponent, a formidable opponent across the ring, fighting out of the black corner, wearing black with white trim, originally born in Nigeria, now residing out of London, England. He weighs 92 kilograms and stands an impressive 183 centimeters tall. His boxing record to date is a perfect one. One match, one victory. His name is Mark Jarvis.
Bout number 3 here at Media Fight Night, live from Park Plaza, Westminster. Mark Jarvis in black, Ian Lee in red. The first time this evening we've got two men who've been in the ring before. Ian Lee, a veteran of the white-collar boxing scene. Mark Jarvis, one fight, one win last year, which is the reason why he came back. Former rugby player, a back rower, a front rower, so expecting a tough bout from the 56-year-old. But Ian Lee not going to make this easy for him, but in comes Jarvis, already teeing off on the youngster. Seamus Dunn getting in there early, and Mark Jarvis has not come here to play, Barry.
And he's doing right. He's got to get close, but he can't be too bullish like that. Got to be careful. The referee's going to warn if he's using those elbows, those shoulders, pushing and holding. Got to get close. Got to double up that jab to get close, and then work the body.
Well, Mark Jarvis says he styles himself on Marvin Hagler. You can't see it under the cap, but they definitely go to the same barbers.
Oh, nice little long 1-2 there from Lee. That's what he needs to do. Keep it nice and long. Keep moving around the ring. Not going to do a physical contest like this, because Jarvis, being the ex-rugby player, is going to have that much more physical strength. Be used to the pushing and pulling.
Well, you could see it there, leaning in, trying to put his superior weight on Ian Lee. Approaching the first minute here. Nice jab from Lee. He's on his way backwards. Jarvis trying to go from downtown here.
And Jarvis there just squaring his feet up. A nice little 1-2 there as well. A few seconds ago from Lee. He's boxing quite well.
Real buzz around the venue here. Lead right from Lee. Happy to use the ropes. Nearly losing his foot in, actually.
But he's just trying to time the counters from Jarvis here, is Lee. So you'll be careful with that big overhand right, but he drops that left hand low there, Lee. So you're going to be pumping that jab out. Make the shorter man look for the way in.
Well, maybe it's the rugby player in Jarvis, but he's desperate to get tight. No range in his shots. He's looking to make it a physical encounter.
But because of that, he's squaring his feet, bringing that right foot forward, squaring his guard, then having to take a few little shots. They're not heavy shots from Lee, but just having a better accuracy at the minute, better work rate.
Lee staring down that jab. Happy to move backwards to try and counteract that Jarvis forward movement. But great work from the man in black, just on the bell.
Well, a good shot to finish the round there from Jarvis, but for me, I thought, even though he kept coming forward there, Jarvis, the better work came from Ian Lee.
Yeah.
Much better. I thought he boxed quite well. He landed a few straight shots. Nice little 1-2 halfway through the round, where Jarvis just a little bit crude with his approach. Needs to be just tied himself up a little bit, stay nice and low, and maybe double up that jab just to shorten the gap before he throws that big overhand right in.
Well, Lee was in the ring as recently as last week when he fought at the recruitment fight night. It was a loss that evening, but he said it was great to be back in the ring. I wonder if he's enjoying this as much against such a physical opponent as Mark Jarvis. 56 years of age, but he's certainly not fighting like it.
Oh, he's in tremendous shape for his age, and he really is, because he pushed the pace in that round. See if he can do that for another 2 rounds, or this round at least. But pressure without landing punches means nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Dave. Means nothing. Gotta get those clean shots into play.
Wise words indeed from former WBO super featherweight champion Barry Jones as the bell goes for round 2. Ian Lee reaches out the glove for just about the only friendly bit of the round.
But to be honest, Lee's probably not using his reach, his attributes like he should. He did it there, throwing 3 straight shots. Not throwing hooks, not letting Jarvis get close. But he's not leading off with the jab. He knows that Jarvis is a little bit crude in his approach, but he thinks he can counter him every time.
Jarvis lands in there with the right, but it was more of a cuff. Lee happy to wear that one and make his own way into the middle of the ring.
See, Jarvis is trying to jab to the chin, where he should be jabbing to the chest, just trying to stop the movement of Lee, and then throw that right hand over the top.
With all Lee's good movement, though, would you like to see him a little bit sharper on the counter-attack?
Yeah, most definitely. But I think he should be fighting that jab out, Lee. Making Jarvis move, making Jarvis always have to reset himself before he's on attack. He's allowing him to come forward. Just the crudeness of Jarvis, it means Lee can get away with some of that. Good right hand there from Lee.
Lee working a lot harder in this second round, keeping that guard high as well, making it difficult for Jarvis to do any productive work as we enter the second minute of round 2. Oh, nice left hand from Lee as well.
Blow in there as well. Mark Jarvis. Oh, good right hand though. Gets a bit of success at last there, Jarvis. But then gets too close.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? As Seamus Dunn calls for timeout. When you have that superior power, it's just that get out of jail card, isn't it? You
always got to be, but you can't dine out on it. You can't guarantee it. You've got to get the work in play, and you've got to double up that jab to close the gap. That single jab means Lee can take a step back. But I think Lee's nice and composed under a bit of pressure here from Jarvis. He's just struggling to hit the target.
Oh, big right hand there though from Jarvis. But Lee responds well to that.
Well, to be fair, it was a powerful right hand from Jarvis. Just caught on the shoulder though of Ian Lee. Took the sting out of it. Now maybe the stand-out punch came from Jarvis and the pressure came from Jarvis. But for me, I think the cleaner punches still came from Ian Lee.
And huge credit to Ian Lee. He's dealt with that pressure well.
He has. Well, in the early part of the round, it was quite comfortable because Jarvis wasn't doing, it was no educated pressure. But in the last half of that round, Jarvis put his foot on the pedal a bit more, landed with a big right hand, got a bit more success, something to build on for the next round. Ian Lee, if he plays it nice and safe, it's his fight to lose right now.
Well, I can't help but feel we're going to have two very different approaches to this last 2 minutes.
And this is where experience tells. I know they've only had one fight each, but that is still a fight under the lights, the big pressure of staying composed in the last round. You know what you have to do. If Lee can stay composed under the pressure of Jarvis, he can nick this fight. But if he gets drawn into a brawl with Mark Jarvis, then he might come unstuck.
Well, Jarvis the first out. He is ready to go. The final 2 minutes here, about number 3 at Media Fight Night 2017. Jarvis straight on the front foot, looking to let go with that right hand, but again, he's got himself in so close, just undoes all that hard work.
Just needed to just take a half a step rather than a full step, but he did land with a good right hand. A swinging right hand to connect it. Lee took it well, but he had to sit on the ropes and keep his hands up, and Jarvis just couldn't capitalize on that pressure. But come out flying, hasn't he, Mark Jarvis?
Well, like a bird in a china shop, but he's been picked off there by Lee. Right hand over the top.
Got to bite on that gumption now, Mark Jarvis. Don't want to start like relenting with this pressure now, giving Lee any bit of confidence. Got to keep him on the back foot, keep that pressure up. There, just catch him a little, not fully blown right hand on the top of the head guard there from Jarvis. And Lee needs to punt that jab out now, just keep Jarvis away.
Well, Lee looking like he's starting to blow a little bit himself. It's tough work out there. 3 2-minute rounds might not seem a lot, but until you step into that ring for the first time. But here comes Jarvis now again breaking through, but just not giving himself the chance to follow up when it looks like Lee could be there for the taking inside the final minute of the fight.
To be fair to Lee, he's doing the right thing. He's just holding on when Jarvis gets close. Good right hand, but Lee with a better right hand back there from Jarvis. Great commitment again from both, especially Jarvis.
Well, they're not leaving anything in the ring, that's for sure. Mark Jarvis, founding director of 7 Stars. He's got his work colleagues here this evening. His wife Carolyn's come to support him as well. Has he got a final flourish to snatch this one from Ian Lee? It's going to be a tough one to score for the referee.
Oh, good bit of defensive, but just a little lean back there from Jarvis.
Well, he's got all the skills now, hasn't he? Here he goes again. Back in Ian Lee, up onto the ropes. The final bell goes. Another great example of white-collar boxing here at the Park Plaza, Westminster.
Wow, another amazing fight. Give it up to our two fighters.
That's what we got. That's what we've had tonight, especially in the last two contests. And there again from Jarvis, full commitment in the last round. And he took that last round with a heavy shot with the right hand.
I can tell you
I
now.
still feel for me, Lee with the better work in the first two rounds. Might have done enough.
Well, it's going to be a tough one to score.
Well done, mate.
Huge credit to Ian Lee for absorbing those punishing shots from Mark Jarvis and maintaining his quality throughout the 3 rounds. Well, Mark Jarvis just walking towards us. He has worked hard there.
Right.
56 years of age,
Here we
94
get the boxers to the centre of the
kg.
ring.
And we're about to get a decision. John O'Donnell's in there with Seamus Dunn, who is taking bout number 3. Kelly Williams and Liam Bennett, the winners so far.
They spent 6 months. She can be quiet for 2 minutes. And the winner, on points, in the black, Mark Jarvis!
Well, Jarvo takes it.
Let's hear it again for our fighters.
In the end, it was his superior strength and constantly coming forward.
So, ladies and gentlemen, how have we enjoyed the first 3 fights?
Contest.